Is it advisable to consider the LIC Jeevan Umang plan as part of your investment portfolio? Let us find out through an in-depth analysis in this video. Hi, welcome to holisticinvestment.in. We help individual investors like you to make the right financial and investment decision to reach your financial goals in a more faster and smarter way. Now, before analyzing this policy, let us first understand a few basic details about it. So, this plan claims to be the 100-year plan that offers both life protection and guaranteed income. And some of the key features of the policy are: it is a money saving plan and the survival benefit from the end of the premium payment term till the policyholder reaches the age of 99 is given, and maturity benefit will be paid as a lump sum when the policyholder reaches the age of 100. You have the option to choose your premium payment term, and since it is a participating policy, it entitles policyholders to additional bonuses depending on the profits earned by LIC in a year. So there are also additional riders benefit. So these are the key features of the policy. Some of the benefits of this policy are: first of all, you have something called death benefit. Suppose the policyholder passes away unfortunately before starting to receive the benefit, then the premium will be refunded without any interest. If the policyholder passes away after starting to receive benefit, then sum assured on death plus reversionary bonus and final additional bonus shall be paid to the nominee or the legal heir of the policyholder. So we have survival benefit also, which is 8% of your basic sum assured will be paid every year after the completion of the final premium payment term. And maturity benefit is something the policyholder will get once the policy term ends. So here the maturity benefit is sum assured on maturity along with the reversionary bonus and final additional bonus. And since it is a participating policy, how you can participate in its profit is during the premium payment term. Suppose the policy is still in effect, then you are eligible to earn the simple reversionary bonus that have been determined based on the corporation's experience. So in the year when the death claim is made on an active policy, a last additional bonus may also be reported under that policy. But after the policy term ends, depending on the corporation's experience at the moment, the rules for participation of profits may take a different shape and be calculated on a different scale. So future earnings should not be shared by a paid up policy with a maturity paid up sum assured of less than 2 lakhs. So these are all the benefits that you can get from this policy. Now let us take a look at the advantages and disadvantages. So the advantages is you receive a lifetime of coverage because it is whole life insurance, but there's only a limited number of convenient premium payment terms available. Loan option is available. You have the possibility of receiving death benefits in installments, and riders are also available at an extra fee. And if you want to know more about its disadvantage, you can see that this policy only has a lock-in period of 2 years for surrender, paid up or loan also. The survival benefit is fixed, so it doesn't take inflation into account. The frequency of receiving the survival benefit is fixed, so only an annual option is available. So these are the disadvantages that you need to know as an investor before deciding to invest in this policy. Now, as we have a basic understanding of this policy, let us now analyze the policy's returns to just get a good clarity on whether investing in this policy will be suitable for us in the long term or not. That's why we are going to take a deeper analysis and calculate the IRR of this policy and also calculate other IRRs of other products in the market to conduct a comparative analysis later on in the video. So by comparing LIC's rate of return with other investment rate of return, you will be able to choose the right investment product. So first of all, let's calculate the IRR of LIC Jeevan Umang policy. So for example, let's assume a policyholder who's 40 years old has chosen a single life plan under this policy. So the sum assured is 1 crore. Premium payment term is 20 years. Policy term is 60 years. Life expectation is equal to 85 years. We will assume this. So the annual premium he is going to pay is 5,33,790 rupees including tax. So here we are going to calculate the IRR of this policy based on two assumed future rate of return like 4% per annum and 8% per annum to indicate like worst and best case scenario. Just to give you an idea, this is not guaranteed returns, and this is not the only minimum or maximum possible return this policy can give. The actual returns from this policy will depend on its actual performance. So here, just to give you an idea, we have calculated the IRR on this two future assumed rate of returns. So as you can see from the screen, though in the worst case scenario, the death benefit would be 1 crore and the maturity benefit would be 1.12 crore. So the IRR for that is 4.16%. In the best case scenario, where it's 8% assumed gross return, you can see the death benefit will be 1 crore, which is predetermined. Maturity benefit would be 5.03 crore. So the IRR for this is 6.29%. But is this IRR from this policy decent enough? We can find out that by comparing this policy with the PPF plus term insurance IRR and mutual fund SIP plus term insurance IRR. So we can compare the IRR for these combinations to determine whether investing in this will be suitable for us or not. So that's why we are going to compare it with two investment vehicles. Like one is a risk-free investment vehicle, one has risk. Like PPF, for example, is a risk-free investment plan and it is backed by central government, and it is also has tax saving benefits. So your returns are safe and it is a low risk instrument. So if you combine PPF with term insurance, so your overall contribution, for example, if you take up the budget you had for LIC policy, there it was near 5.5 lakhs, right? So here for term insurance, we can take up the same sum assured, like 1 crore, but the annual premium would only be 19,700 rupees, while the tenure would be 20 years with the same premium term we paid for LIC policy. So the remaining portion can be allocated to PPF. So here the entire, like you can save up your money by 5,14,090 rupees, which can be contributed to PPF. But the thing to be noted is the maximum investment amount in PPF itself is 1,50,000 rupees. But here we have used up the 5,14,000 just for calculation purpose, just to give you an idea. So here you're getting a guaranteed interest rate of 7.12% without investment risk. So if you calculate the benefit, after 20 years, your PPF will mature and will give you 2 crore 28 lakhs 19,729 rupees as an investment return. The IRR of 7.38% will attract any low risk investors, but the only drawback over here is, just like LIC policy, here also as an investor your fund gets locked for a longer time frame. So let us see if there are any other investment option which produces return better than LIC policy. At the same time, it is easy to liquidate. Here you can reinvest the money in a 70:30 ratio in debt and equity for the remaining 25 years and can withdraw 8 lakh annually through a systematic withdrawal plan. At the end of 45 years, you will get an IRR of similarly like 7.80% and an investment return of 8 crore 79 lakh 69,258 rupees. So as an investor, you might wonder if there is no significant difference between the two investments. As an investor, even a smaller margin over time can have a huge impact on your overall wealth creation journey. That's why even if there's no significant difference, even a small difference can make such a huge margin. So in this way, you can also stay invested and have a consistent income. This is another investment strategy. Now we are going to consider another route. So here we are going to combine term insurance plus ELSS plus hybrid fund. So here also the sum assured for a term insurance policy is 1 crore. The annual premium we are going to pay is 19,700. So from the premium budget we had for LIC policy, here also we can save up to 5,14,090 rupees, which can be contributed in ELSS. So here in ELSS, the assumed rate of return is 12%. So if you take a look at the track record of ELSS, you can see that if you invest in a longer time frame like 7 to 10 years, it has consistently even outperformed some of its average return of 12% in certain cases. Its average return is 12%, so if in long term it has given good returns and even inflation beating returns. That's why even with risk we are going to invest in ELSS. So here if we invest the money as we did in PPF, we will get an IRR of 9.02% and a post-tax investment return of 18 crores 46 lakh 17,587 rupees. So this policy, being a traditional policy, failed to produce that which outpaces inflation, whereas the investment combo of pure term insurance plus ELSS plus hybrid funds combined point can generate an IRR of 9.07%. So these returns being inflation beating returns will be more than handy for investors to embrace themselves for a bright financial future. So here in this case, you may think LIC Jeevan Umang plan gives a better return without taking any risk. So why should I choose another investment? But is it really a good plan? There is a catch. You see, you can get the same returns even in a bank FD or RBI bond. Also, compared to PPF and ELSS, this policy did not add any special value to your money. Please keep up with me in this video to know more about the hidden factors involved in this policy. First, what we have is GST. As you have noticed, when you pay the premium in this policy, you're also paying extra for the tax. So you're paying more than you should and getting nothing in return for the extra you're paying. So in the end, your assumed gross return will be less than 6%. But in PPF or mutual fund investment, you don't have to pay any additional taxes. Even in mutual funds, you will pay tax for your investment return, but the post-tax returns are still better than the returns from the Jeevan Umang policy. Finally, you don't have to pay any tax for the interest you earn in PPF. In terms of affordability, Jeevan LIC Umang plan is like 5,000 rupees per month. But in mutual fund and PPF, you can start investing even by just investing 500 rupees per month. So compared to LIC policy, everyone can afford to invest in mutual funds and PPF. And if you take a look at lock-in period, LIC Jeevan Umang plan has 2 years, PPF has 15 years, and in mutual fund, it is based on the plan chosen by the investor. And in terms of liquidity, in LIC policy, you do not have partial withdrawal. However, the policyholder can surrender the plan after 2 years or can avail the loan option. And in PPF, partial withdrawal is allowed after 5 years, so the investor can also avail this loan. In mutual fund, the liquidity option is available anytime. So you can see in terms of liquidity, mutual fund is good. And in terms of regulatory authority, you can see LIC Jeevan Umang is under IRDA, which is the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority. And mutual fund, it has SEBI, which is Securities and Exchange Board of India. You see, mutual funds norms and fee structures are strictly regulated by SEBI, so there won't be any additional or hidden charges you need to pay for your investments. And in the case of PPF, we have DEA, which is the Department of Economic Affairs, since it is a government scheme. And in terms of charges, you can see this policy has the fees and charges are yet to be regulated by the IRDA. So there will be some hidden charges drawn by the insurance companies themselves. So it is better to go through all the charges and fee structures before purchasing an insurance plan, because these hidden charges can also reduce your IRR. And in the case of PPF, there is no additional or hidden charges. So in the case of mutual fund, the charges are regulated by SEBI and the charges are transparent. So you know what you're getting into. So in terms of inflation beating returns, we cannot say the value of your financial goal will be the same as today. That's why you need an inflation beating return. And we can see in the case of LIC policy, it did not give us an inflation beating return. And in case of PPF, we can still get an investment that is higher than the LIC policy, and it is a tax saving investment plan with a 15-year maturity period. So still it can barely help you beat inflation, but compared to LIC, it is a better option. And if you take a look at mutual fund, it can help you beat inflation in the long run if you choose to invest in it for more than 7 to 10 years. So beat any long-term investment vehicle for that matter. Only when the returns are inflation beating returns, then only it can benefit an investor. So if you want to take a look at in terms of goal-based investment planning, you can see LIC policies and insurance and savings plan. So you can use this plan either for your retirement or for your children's marriage only if it gives you an inflation beating return. And as I have already mentioned earlier about PPF, which is a tax saving plan with limited investment options, it cannot help you to plan your financial goal completely. But in the case of mutual fund, you can choose more than one mutual fund based on your financial goal. As per your financial goal, you can choose the investment key. You have control over how much you need to invest and how long to invest in mutual fund. Also, you can take a break from investing for a year or so. So you can also increase your contribution based on your increment in income. In terms of surrender or cancel, you can see in LIC Jeevan Umang plan, the policyholder can cancel the policy during the free look period of 15 days from the date of policy purchase or have to wait for 2 years to surrender the policy. And in the case of PPF, the investor can close the account prematurely. In mutual fund, an investor can withdraw or switch the plan at any time, which is much more convenient compared with other options. And in terms of insurance coverage, this policy, LIC Jeevan Umang, is expensive compared to like pure term insurance. So in the case of pure term life insurance policy, you can choose a policy with higher coverage even at a lower cost. So it makes the Jeevan Umang policy more expensive. So what is the final verdict? Should we buy it or not? Instead of checking the review of LIC Jeevan Umang plan on social media, or please check with professional financial planners who are certified and experienced and who will be giving you a customized recommendation. And as you can see in this video, after analyzing all the factors and comparing to other investment options, this policy is at a disadvantage in many ways. So most likely in such policies, a portion of investors' fund will be utilized for high agent commission as well. Therefore, investing in the LIC Jeevan Umang policy is a bad investment choice, so consider not investing in it. So it's better to choose an alternative investment plan that can give you an inflation beating return. And as for life cover, you can choose pure term insurance policy at a low cost with even for higher coverage. If you want to read more about this policy, then you can definitely check out the blog post we have posted on our website through the link in the description. And if you want to gain more professional guidance through a professional financial planner, you can choose to book a one-on-one complimentary consultation with one of our professional financial planner through the link in the description. Also, if you want to gain more investment and financial insights through the leading experts in the finance industry, we also conduct regularly free live webinars through which you can register and gain these insights. The link is in the description. Also, if you like this video, definitely hit like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can come up with more such financially beneficial content for you. Thank you for watching.